Assalamualaikum. Today I would like to read this news, the very interesting news, and this is my first video and my first vlog, but I will try to consistent of making videos and vlogs, being a vlogger actually. So this is the first news. U.S. China trade war deal agreed to suspend new trade tariffs. Look at his face. Very serious, and look at his face. Mr. Xi and this Mr. Trump. Okay. What the information? Okay, here we go. Wait for a second. Okay. U.S. President Donald Trump and his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping have agreed to halt new trade tariff for 90 days to allow for talks, the U.S. says. At a post-G20 summit meeting in Buenos Aires, Mr. Trump agreed not to boost tariff on $200 billion of China's goods from 10% to 25% on 1 January 2018. China will buy a very substantial amount of agricultural, industrial, and energy products, the US says. Meanwhile, Beijing says the two sides agreed to open up their markets. And the Trump and Xi deal a temporary truce. It was the first face-to-face meeting between the two leaders since a trade war erupted earlier this year. The dispute broke out after Mr. Trump complained China was doing nothing to cut its large surplus in bilateral trade. At the summit in Argentina's capital Rio on Saturday, the G20 leaders agreed a joint declaration that notes divisions over trade but does not criticize protectionism. What are the details of the US-China Accord? Mr. Trump and Mr. Xi held a highly successful meeting, the White House says in a statement. It says the U.S. tariffs on China's goods will remain unchanged for 90 days, but once, if at the end of this period of time, the parties are unable to reach an agreement, the 10% tariff will be raised to 20%. The U.S. says China agreed to purchase a not yet agreed upon but very substantial amount of agricultural, energy, industrial, and other products from the U.S. to reduce the trade imbalance between our two countries. Both sides also pledged to immediately begin negotiations on structural changes with respect to forced technology transfer, intellectual property protection, non-tariff barriers, cyber intrusions, and cyber theft, the White House says. President Trump said earlier this year he wanted to stop unfair transfers of American technology and intellectual property to China. According to the US, China has also signaled it will allow a tie-up between two major semiconductor manufacturers which Chinese regulators have been blocking. The White House statement said China was open to approving the previously unapproved Qualcomm and XP deal. What is Qualcomm? The world's biggest chip maker had abandoned its $44 billion bid for Dutch rival NXP Semiconductors after China's opposition. The US also says Beijing agreed to design fentanyl as a controlled substance, the opioid much of it thought to be made in China is driving a huge rise in drug addiction in the US. China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi told reporters after the talks that the principal agreement has effectively prevented further expansion of economic friction between the two countries. He held a new space for win-win cooperation, while Chinese state TV said negotiation will continue. What's the background to the trade war? Both sides have imposed tariffs on billions of dollars worth of goods. The US has hit $250 billion of China's goods with tariffs since July, and China has retaliated by imposing duties on $110 billion of US products. Oh, this is the reason. Mr. Trump had also said that if talks in Argentina were unsuccessful, he could carry out a threat to hit the remaining $267 billion of annual Chinese exports to the US with tariffs of between 10 and 25%. This is very interesting. Oke, kita mulai saja untuk melakukan kajian atau untuk melakukan bahan discussion terkait dengan berita ini tentunya. Kita tahu bahwa ini adalah suatu way out dari permasalahan trade war yang berlangsung di awal tahun 2018 ini. Dan ini some of good things dari adanya bridging kesepakatan sementara atau kita bisa sebut dengan a temporary truce, kesepakatan sementara antara Amerika Serikat dan China. Hal-hal yang harus kita perhatikan adalah dalam hal mempelajari terkait dengan hukum. Di sini ada suatu trade tariff have agreed. Nah, itu kata-kata dalam bahasa hukum yang mempunyai arti yang sangat substansial. Jadi kalau kita lihat di sini trade war, di sini ada deal agreed, kemudian juga ada suspend, kemudian juga ada new trade tariff. Kita bisa lihat untuk sementara, kita bisa mengkonklusikan bahwa permasalahan yang ada atau kasus posisinya adalah terjadi trade war. Oke, ini adalah kasus posisi trade war. Kemudian deal agreed. Di sini adanya kesepakatan para pihak untuk suspend, untuk menunda tarif perdagangan yang baru. Jadi new trade tariff adalah suatu hal yang bisa dikatakan if clause kalau dalam if clause. Jadi ketika kita suspend dulu, ini period of time, suspend berarti period of time dalam hal kapan suatu kesepakatan itu bisa dilaksanakan atau kapan kesepakatan itu tidak bisa dilaksanakan. Jadi ini adalah if clause. Jadi new trade tariff ini adalah negotiation things dia yang dapat memberikan suatu terms and condition yang jika terms and condition yang disepakati sementara oleh kedua belah pihak itu tidak sukses terlaksanakan dalam jangka waktu tertentu, maka neutral tarif ini akan berlaku. Ini dapat dianggap sebagai legal standingnya dari masing-masing pihak. Oke, itu yang pertama. Mungkin nanti kita akan lebih dalam untuk membahas permasalahan, membahas berita ini, dan saya akan ditemani teman saya yaitu Biva yang akan turut untuk menanyakan lebih dalam terkait dengan berita ini.